Happy Empathy Day. My name's Linda Newbery and I'm an author. I mainly write fiction, but my latest book is different and it's very important to me. It's called This Book is Cruelty Free, Animals and Us. And it's about empathy for animals and living as kindly as we can without harming animals or the environment. Today I'm taking part in the Empathy Superpower Challenge, so I'm about to do an empathy walk around the nearest town to where I live. Empathy walks are about noticing how things make you feel. So I'm going to be looking out for things that affect nature and wildlife and, of course, the people who live here or people who visit. Let's see what we can find. Hello, I've come to my nearest local town today to do my empathy walk. I'm in Banbury and I'm going to go to some places I already know and see what else I can find along the way. Come with me and let's see what we see. I've come to a little community garden. This is a really impressive and inspiring place. It's in quite a busy part of the town. There's the traffic going over a flyover, there's the canal, there's the railway station just round the corner. And this is a little triangle of land that people have developed as a garden for everyone. And so I can see people have been busy this weekend. They've made raised beds and some of them are already planted, others are in progress. It looks as if each bed is run by a different group, a different community group, and people are growing salads and fruit. There's a lovely shelter here, there's lots of plants ready to be put in, and there was a celebration here for Eid. There are sometimes workshops and a little fair here. It's a really lovely place for everyone. I find it quite inspiring. I'm still very close to the town here. I've just walked up the canal a little bit to look at the narrow boats. And next to me, I'm really pleased to see a big, broad edge of woodland which has been left for wildlife. There's wildflowers, there's important food plants for butterflies and insects here. I just saw a robin very close. There are hawthorns, so there'll be berries later on for winter food for birds. So it's lovely to see that so close to the town and obviously been left to thrive. Oh, I didn't know this was here, although I had read about aid efforts for Ukraine. Here a shop has closed down and until it reopens in whatever form, it's being used as a collection point for donations to Ukraine. So the window display and the things that are needed. So a mixture of sadness and happiness here. It's obviously tragic to read about the ongoing situation in Ukraine and the awful hardship people are suffering over many, many weeks, but also it's a bit inspiring to see that somebody has taken the chance to use this place and to encourage others to make donations for this important appeal. I've come to one of my favourite places in Banbury. We're very lucky to have a zero waste shop where instead of buying items wrapped in plastic, you can bring your own containers and fill them up with rice, pasta, cereal and all sorts of other things. Everything here is cruelty-free and zero waste. So it's a great place to come. We're really lucky to have it in Banbury. Dan and Vi, who started it, began with little pop-up stalls here and there, and then they progressed to a market stall, and now they've got their own shop here, which has loyal supporters like me, and they've won several awards. Hi Dan, how's it going?
Hi, good, yeah. How are you?
I think it's really inspiring when you see people like Dan and Vi put their energy and efforts into something they really believe in, and they've made it work. People obviously appreciate what they're doing. I've now come to People's Park. It's only a small park, but it's got some really magnificent trees that must have been here for hundreds of years. And it's an important park for the town. People come and picnic here, walk their dogs. There's a children's play area, there's a formal garden, and during lockdown it was especially important when people could come and stand outside and chat to their friends. I love the name People's Park. It's everyone's park, it's our park, a park for everyone in Banbury. This makes me a bit sad though. Someone thought it was okay to just chuck their can and their sweet wrapper into the grass instead of taking it to the bin, which is only a few feet away. I've come now to a place that makes me feel sad. It's the food bank and it's open now and there are already quite a number of people queuing outside, so I didn't want to photograph them, but I took a photograph of someone packing inside, and it makes me sad to think of the reasons why people might need to come here for food, what their circumstances are. And I read just yesterday that an increasing number of people in the UK are using food banks, and that many people can't afford to eat even once a day, and that's awful. I've come down this little side street because there's a piece of wall art here that always makes me smile, and sometimes I see other people notice it and point it out to each other. I wonder who did it, whether they did it in secret or whether the owners of the building asked them to paint it. I think it's really clever and funny, and I love the expression on the maid's face, as if she's watching to see if anybody's looking at her. I'm now at the end of my empathy walk, and I've come back to where I started, to Banbury Cross. Statue here, it shows the fine lady of the nursery rhyme riding a fine horse to Banbury Cross. And it's a lovely piece of public art, and there are some people standing here looking at it and looking at the notice board which explains about it. Today the horse is wearing ribbons on its tail in the colours of Ukraine, blue and yellow. So someone has climbed up and tied them there to express solidarity with the people suffering from the effects of war in Ukraine and the people who've managed to get out of Ukraine. I've seen plenty to inspire me as I've walked around. There's the chances to get into natural surroundings in the park and alongside the canal. And it's so important, I think we realise, for our mental health to get out and experience nature close up, to stand under a tree or to look at birds or butterflies or flowers. And in most places I think you can do that in some way, whether it's a small park near you, riverside or canal side. And then there's the community garden, which is a wonderful chance for people to do some digging and some growing, to grow food for themselves or grow flowers, to be with other people and to share in this lovely project. And there's the food bank, where obviously it's sad to see people who need to use the food bank, but heartening that it's there, and to see the volunteers who are working there. And while I was there, I made an empathy resolution for myself. I'm going to spend a day volunteering at the food bank so that I can understand a bit more about it. And I suppose really I'd just like to have the chance to hand somebody a box of food and to know that that's really going to make a difference to them. So thank you very much for coming with me on my empathy walk. I wonder what you can find in your own town. Thanks for coming with me on my empathy walk. If you take part in the Empathy Superpower Challenge, I'd love to hear about it. What will you find on your own walk or in one of the other activities? You can share your thoughts and ideas online using the hashtag Empathy Day and tagging in @EmpathyLabUK. Thank you.